I am back and better than ever. Psych. Okay. Let me not say that. Stop. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for almost 2 weeks. I was dealing with some drama. If you haven't heard, it's on my Twitter, but I'm here now and I'm filming. I lost my spark for a little while because of what happened, kind of with everything, the gym, filming, relationships, and stuff like that. But now I'm here, I'm blonde, and I'm back. So let me just, okay. So today I'm going to be filming the mid-year freakout book tag. It is June. That is crazy. It is already June 11th. Okay, so I'm not halfway through my reading challenge. Hopefully you guys are. If you're not, you'll catch up. But my reading challenge for this year is 70 books. Last year was 50. So don't ask me why I raised it so high. If you want to know why, it's because my boyfriend made me do it when I was not sober. On New Year's Eve, he was like, do it, 70. I was going to do 65. He's like, no, do 70. So I did it. So here I am, way behind my challenge. Let me just start this tag. So far in 2019, I've read 25 books. The first question is the best book that you've read so far in 2019. And for this question, I'm going to go with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm hoping to join into the Taylor Jenkins read along, so hopefully I can read more by her, but this is my favorite book that I've read so far in 2019. So here it is. The next question is the best sequel that you've read so far in 2019, and I'm not going to pull it out because it's in like a box and it's full, so it's just hard to put it back in, but it is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I finished it yesterday. It was my favorite book in the sequel so far, and I already knew that it would be because that movie has always been my favorite because I was obsessed with Robert Pattinson when I was younger, so Cedric Diggory is like my boyfriend or whatever, so I really like that. It was great. Who knows when I'll start the 5th book, but that was my favorite sequel so far for this year. The next question is a new release that you haven't read yet but you really want to, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. A lot of people praise this book. Trey really loved it and Angela really loved it, so I'm really excited to read this. Don't know when I will. It's been on my TBR for quite a while, but I will get to it, I promise. Number 4 is your most anticipated release for the next half of 2019, and for me, that is Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Nygon. I really enjoyed Girls of Paper and Fire, as you will see. It's a few of the answers for these questions later on, but I'm really excited to see how they continue the sequel. I thought it was an interesting concept, and yeah, I can't wait to read that at the end of this year. The next question is the biggest disappointment so far in 2019, and for this question I say The Female of the Species by Minnie McGinnis. I didn't hate this book. I liked it. I gave it 3 stars, I think. Either 3 or 3.5, but Books with Chloe really raved about this book, and I love Books with Chloe, so I kind of was like, oh, she loved it, so let me go pick it up. I'll love it. And I think maybe I was just expecting too much going into it. It wasn't my favorite. I can't even tell you one thing that happened in this book. Actually, now that I just read the name, I remember a little bit. But I was just expecting a lot more, and I felt like with the storyline, they could have done a bit more. Question number 6 is the biggest surprise that you have had reading in 2019, and for me, this is Otherworld by Jason Segel. I really thought I would hate this book for some reason. Something about it is just like too much for me a little, like looking at it. And also Jason Segel, I don't know him as a person, but based off of, obviously he's not his characters, but in all the stuff that I've seen him, he's just so goofy, and like I can't picture him writing a book seriously. Like I couldn't before this. And I buddy read this, back in like March or February or something like that. And I literally love this book so much. And I think there's a sequel, so I'm probably going to order that sometime soon, maybe. But I really love this a lot. I don't know, it was really interesting being in this like video gaming world. It's really cool. The next question is your newest favorite author. I don't have a new favorite author from this year primarily, but I have a new author to me that I just really like. She's not my favorite, but you know, she's only written this one book so far, so that was Natasha Nygon that wrote Girls, Paper, and Fire. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was told very well. I thought the concept was very interesting, so that is why I'm saying Natasha Nygon. The next question is your newest fictional crush. And for me, this is just like a little crush. It's not like a Cass kind of thing, but it is Gideon from Foolish Hearts. I am a sucker for a softie. I really am. Like, I mean, okay, the next question you're going to be like, why did you just say you're a sucker for a softie? Because you're answering with this, but I mean, I guess I can go either way. I love romance. We already know this. We really already know this. But Gideon is just so sweet, and I just really love softies. I just want to squish their pages. So, Gideon. Question number 9 is your newest fictional favorite character. Why did I say that backwards? Your newest favorite fictional character, and for me that's the Darkling from Shadow and Bone. I just like him as a character. He's really dark and stuff. I don't know how to do this. I've only read Shadow and Bone, so I can't tell you if I love him throughout the whole series, but I love him in this book, and he's one of my new favorite characters, definitely. The next question is a book that made you cry this year, and for me, I actually realized that only one book that I've read so far out of 25 books that I read in 2019 has made me cry, and that is 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott. If you haven't read this, it's very sweet. It's definitely heartbreaking. I don't know, it's so, it's just so good, like, so good. You have to read it, you just have to read it. Let's say you just have to read it. Question number 11 is a book that made you happy this year. So I guess I'm going to go with a reread for this question because not many books made me happy this year. I kind of actually haven't read a lot of contemporaries, which is shocking, but I will soon because it's summer and I love to read contemporaries in the summer. But this book was a reread for me. It's behind me, but I'm lazy. So it is Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. Sarah Dessen is one of my favorite authors of all time. And Saint Anything is my favorite book by her that I've read so far. I just love the relationship, but I love that Saint Anything focuses more on the quality of the overall friendship rather than the relationship being the whole storyline. So I like that a lot. There was a lot of development between the characters and family, friendship, relationship, all of that mixed into one rather than just focusing on one aspect, and she did it so well. And that's why I reread it. So go read Saint Anything if you like contemporaries. The next question is your favorite book to movie adaptation from this year, and again, this is 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott. I've only watched 2 book to movie adaptations this year from this year, and I personally really didn't like one, which I have a video up, and some of you may have seen it. But this one, I feel like it followed quite well to the book, and I really loved the actors' portrayals of each character. Personally, my favorite actor portrayal is Poe. Watch the movie. Read the book first, and then watch the movie. Thank you. Okay, the second to last question is, what is the most beautiful book cover that you have bought this year? And again, this is another book that I've already mentioned, but is my favorite book cover that I have on my shelves, and one of the favorites that I've ever seen. And it's Girls, Paper, and Fire by Natasha Nygon. I'm obsessed with this cover every time I look at it. It's so beautiful. I can't handle it. All my books just toppled over. That was wonderful. Okay, so the last question is, what are some books that you need to finish, that you need to read before 2019 is over? And I'll say I'm reading A Darker Shade of Magic kind of soon. I have been wanting to read that for a while, so hopefully I actually do get to it. I don't really know. I would like to read Siege and Storm. I want to try to read Air of Fire because, you know, I would love to continue the Lunar Chronicle series, so I'd be on Crest, and there's just so many books that I haven't read on my shelf, so pretty much anything that I own, because I'm on a buying ban.
I can buy nothing.
That's it until summer's over. That's it. Pretty much anything that I have not read that I own physically, I would like to read by the end of 2019. It's obviously not going to happen, but hopefully I'll read a good chunk of them. So that was me freaking out because I'm only on book number 26 out of 70, but it's okay. I'm going to get there. We're all queens, and we're all going to reach our goal this year because I have faith in everybody. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and turn on the post notifications. I can't stop moving. I didn't even know that I talk with my hands until right now. Okay. If you like this video, if you like me, if you like my channel, subscribe, and thank you for watching.